he is a manager of Muslim Pathanasa School, and she is also a broadcaster. Yeah, I used to be the guest from your show, but now you are on my show. Okay, may I invite Mr. Nakhon Ibrahim? Yes. Okay, are you with me now,
Yes.
Teacher Nakhon? Yeah. How are you, Teacher?
I'm great. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa bihi nasta'in. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-'aliyyil 'azim. All praises belong to Allah, Lord of the universe. Make peace and mercy of Allah be upon the Prophet Muhammad, his family, his companion, and his followers until the day of doom. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands in Al-Quran al-Karim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum naro. O you who believe, save your soul and family from a fire. Wa qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the messenger of Allah was reported have said, Ballighu anni walau ayah, convey my information, even if it's a verse. Moderator, Sister Tasnim, presenter, dan A.Wilaiwan KT, Sister Husna Daraman, student of Fatani University. In this case, my brother and sister, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much for great invitation, and I'm very pleased to be here today. It is great webinar indeed for the day. It is the first time of mine on Zoom, online on Zoom right now, and I think this is very important for generation to come to be participant today, because I think that English is very important, and English is all around. As you have learned, English is the working language for us in humanity, and we have to be good at speaking, writing, listening, and the skills of English for communication. So today, I would love you to listen my a little bit experience about. Can you read me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah.
So may I ask the question, today's question is, how do you integrate Islamic knowledge for developing English skills? Okay, please welcome Teacher Nakhon.
Yeah, the first priority that we have to learn about, the teaching methodology of, classroom or in classroom, right? I couldn't share my PowerPoint. Can you share my PowerPoint? Okay, share. It's okay.
Yes, I can see your PowerPoint right now.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry for obstacle. Yes. Yes. Islam is the way of life, right? Islam is the code of life, and Islam is the religion of all mankind in the world, regardless, Muslim. We have learned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands in the Quran al-Karim. The Quran is Hudan linnas, or the Quran is criterion, this is right and wrong. And Islam is in, our way of life. Islam and Muslim, we are submitted, right? So how to integrate Islamic knowledge in teaching English skills? For me, when I talk about, Islam and English, when we would like to introduce Islam in English, we have to talk Islam and, the context or the content of Islam in English, right? Islam is a submission and is derived from the word meaning peace in, religious context, and we have learned. we as a Muslim, when we talk about the English is such a language for communication. And I don't know how to, I couldn't, moment. I couldn't hear my voice. Could you adjust?
Yes. Again, please.
Yes, yes. Okay, your question again, Asmi. I couldn't hear you right now. Your question again.
Yeah, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, your question again. Your question.
Oh, my question again. Okay, sorry. How do you integrate Islamic knowledge for developing English skills?
Yes, okay. As a teacher, and I am administrator of school, I have to foresee a generation to come, especially my students who want to be, in a society and who want to be developing the society. And Islam is a religion, it's a way of life, it's a deen for all human beings in the world, regardless Muslim, right? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands in the deen and Allah in Islam, right? Islam is the religion of mankind. So we are Muslim, it is a must to know about Islam and how to know Islam by using English for communication or for, introducing Islam to others. I think the first value teacher is a very important and it's a main important role for students to do and to be a role model for students to know about Islam and English together. And I, as administrator, and I would love you to, foreseeing the generation to come, especially you are, generation to come, or you are, maybe you are a student right now, and you will be a teacher in the near future. And when you want to talk about Islam in English, that means you speak English about Islam, I think. So for me, when I want to talk about Islam, I talk to my student about the basics of Islamic vocabularies, right? For example, when they talk about Islam, they talk about Allah, God, the Prophet, Nabi or the Messenger, Rasul, and I try to explain about, Rasul in Islam in English, and I, show them about the video about Islam, and I integrate another subject we call language, using language for another field, right? Or for other field. We in Islamic school, okay, it's a must. We have to integrate all subjects, right? Science, mathematics, social subject, because this is a way of life. It's a way of life. And as a Muslim, we would like to call upon our brothers and sisters who are learning and teaching Islam. We have to teach and learn Islam in English as well, because we have to be a role model to each other. We have to be pattern of conduct. And I would love you to know a little bit more about teaching English in classroom. We have already learned Arabic language. We call, the language of the Quran. So many Islamic, prayers, so-called, we pray 5 times a day. We pray Allah every day. And it is an obligation to learn Arabic for Muslims. However, English language has affected many communities across the globe. Non-native speaker of English. For Muslim, we have learned many more language in our society, but English is a must, right? For Muslim, to speak, to talk, to teach, right? English known as international language, but nowadays English is all around. And how to integrate, Islamic English, right? Islamic in English for communication or for teacher. The first priority that we have to design our curriculum. Our curriculum must have, the basic for student and the level of student. For kindergarten level, we start from the basic, vocabularies, Islamic vocabularies, for example, dua, or we make the dua like Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and translated in English, and we recite the Quran Surah Al-Fatiha and translate in English, and also we try to show them and let them act out about behavioral activity like a Muslim, like a Muslimah, right? Wearing hijab, and talk about hijab, talk about Islam covering, and talk about for the kindergarten level, right? And we take them out and look around the creation of Allah, right? And we show them about this is heaven, this is tree created by God, like that. We try to convey the Islamic knowledge a little bit. For example, we try to cite the hadith, right? Or cite the God's word, cite the hadith a little bit step by step for the kindergarten level. But for the primary school, okay, we have to develop Islamic pillars. There are 5 pillars of Islam, Islamic principle or Islamic, we call Bunya Islam ala kham, Shahadat an la ilaha illallah, until the end of the, hadith, right? And we show them about, and we talk about, Shahada, or we call Islamic creed, or another one we call, what we call, Shahada, and the prayer 5 times a day, give zakah, fast in the month of Ramadan, and pilgrimage, something like that. And then we have to explain, right? And we have to explain to them about, for example, we talk about Islamic creed or Shahada. We say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, and translate in English. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is messenger of Allah. And pray, and we can show them about prayer 5 times a day. We take them to the masjid, right? We show them the posture of prayer and everything that we can show them, right? And then we talk about fasting in the month of Ramadan, right? Now we are going to, the month of Ramadan. We are approaching the month of Ramadan. I think this is very important for students to know, in genuine situation as well, right? In my perspective, right, about primary school, memology is very important. Memology is important, right? For student, memology is very important. For example, I would like you to listen my memology a little bit, and I spoke myself. It is Alhamdulillah, all praise belong to Allah. Alhamdulillah, all praise belong to Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the great, like that, right? And then we have to plus another nasheed, right? To be motivated. It is great for our primary school and the secondary school, right? Secondary school, you have to rise up into many more vocabularies in Islam. For example, you have to talk about a little bit economic, right? Or economy, right? Talk about Islamic principle, and talk about the tenet of Islam, and you show them about the Quran, this right and wrong, and you show them about the dietary Islamic point of view and everything that you can, right? This is very important for the student, and we can integrate in the another subject that we can, especially we teach science, right? We can integrate we can integrate Islamic knowledge and you know, a Quranic verse, and we recite the Quranic verse to them and translate in English. This is Islamic English, my dear participants. So how to show you? I couldn't. Okay, now, okay, I show you right here. Okay, integration, knowledge, Islamic knowledge, and modern knowledge, right? Knowledge is ilmu, right? It's ilmu, or we call education is the acquiring knowledge. Wait, okay, knowledge, Islamic knowledge, modern knowledge, the Quran, Sunnah, Sharia, okay, usul fiqh. And then another one, modern knowledge. As I told you that we got art, medicine, engineering, psychology, astronomy, etc. This is very important for students to know, students to be implemented, right? And I always teach students language and relationship in other learning areas. Okay, we have you know, the core curriculum of Thailand using foreign language to link knowledge with other learning areas as foundation for further development, seek knowledge, and broadening one's world's view, right? This is the topic for students according to the Islamic knowledge, right? What does Islam mean? We can talk about Islam, and then we can talk about the Creator. Allah is Creator. Allah created heaven and the earth, everything. We can cite the Quran and cite the God's word, right? And we talk about we talk about submission to the will of Allah. Submission, we are submitted, as I told you. And we talk about Allah is the one, and we can cite, right? Can cite Surah Al-Ikhlas to them, right? And we can show them about the integrated curriculum. This is very important. And another one that we can talk about the creation, right? The creation, Allah is the creator, created everything in the world. That we can talk about heavenly body, talk about you know, solar system. We can take the time. We can take 1 hour talking about solar system, for example, right? We can show them about nebula, about, you know, world, galaxy, planet, and we talk in English. This is English and Islam, you know, we call Islamic English, right? And we can show them about many more topics and many more subjects to integrated Islamic knowledge, right? And I think it is very important for students to know Islam and talk in English, because nowadays we are in 21st century, right? We are in globalized society, and English is a must. And how to talk English before, you know, the prime minister, before the president, right? And we can introduce Islam to them. We can talk about the Quran is criterion between right and wrong. We can talk about halal and haram, or prohibited and lawful in Islam. Everything that I think is very important, and we can integrate it in, you know, science, you know, mathematics. We can show them about Islamic scholar in the past, for example, you know, astronomer in the past, and then we can blend many more subjects, right? This is, I think, is a very outstanding, you know, for students who want to be good at English for communication, especially you would love to or would like to propagate Islam to others. You can talk to them, or some you know, non-Muslim came to you, okay, or some non-Muslim talk to you, right? Or ask you. You can talk to them. You can talk to them in English, right? And the foreigners, American or English, they want to know about Islam. What is do you know what Islam is, and something like that, or talk about fast in the month of Ramadan. Student can, you know, explain, right? Can tell them everything about Islam in English. So I think the student, when they are implemented Islam, they love English. At the same goes, they love English, and they would like to talk in English. They would like to present English about Islam. They can stand up and talk about Islam. This is great for students to know, right? Especially we are in southern part of Thailand. We have got many more languages. We can speak Thai as a national language. We can speak Malay as our local language. We can speak Arabic as a Jannah language, or the Quranic verse say that Quran Arabian, the Quranic language, and we can talk in English, right? 4 languages. It is a must for student and Muslim in southern part of Thailand to be master in English, right? And I think it's very important. It is very marvelous for students to know about the language, Chinese language, Malayu language, Japanese language. And I don't like to say English is the foreign language, but I like to say English is the second language, because English is the language for us, as Asan Chavez said that, right? So let me move to another. Okay, another topic. When I teach students about what are the pillars of faith or belief, right? I show them, as I told you, that believe in one unique, incompatible God, Allah. Allah is the one. There is no God but Allah. And talk about Allah, we talk about angels of Allah, right? We talk about messenger of Allah. We talk about the books or revelation or the book of God, the last day. Talk about Yawan Qiyamah and predestiny or divine preordainment for good or bad, right? Or we call predestiny. This is, we can take 1 hour, and then we can convince them to know about angel in English, messenger, the Gabriel, okay, who said the Quranic verse to the Prophet Muhammad, first surah, the Iqra, Gabriel or Jibreel, right? We can talk about messenger. There are many messenger in Islam, okay? We can talk about 75 messenger, right? The book of God, 4 books, 4 holy books, the last day, and we can make a role. We take them, understand by themselves. This is very important for me when I teach students, right? I talk in English 1 hour, right? Even though they have 4 hours per week, and I try my best to teach my students to know Islamic knowledge in English. When we talk about the Kaaba for the primary school, okay, but kindergarten level, you can say Kaaba. You can show them about the picture, or you can turn on the video or a smart TV. I forgot to tell you that I'm teaching students via smart TV, right? I show them about the Kaaba, and I read the Quranic verse, and I explain to them about the Kaaba is the place of worship. God commanded Abraham and Ismail, right, to build over 4,000 years ago, and we can talk about the prophet Abraham. Okay, the building was constructed of stone. Everything we can talk in English. Okay, this is we call integrated Islamic knowledge in English skill. Okay, so we talk about the Prophet Muhammad for the secondary school, right? For the kindergarten level, we talk a little bit, right, about the Prophet Muhammad was born in Mecca, okay, and his father, mother, right? Talk a little bit, and we recite the hadith a little bit, right? And talk about Prophet Muhammad, and this is I think it's very outstanding for Muslims to know, right? one day I went to Bangkok. I'll show you, right? I'm gonna tell you right now. And on the way to Bangkok, on the way to Pattani, I met a foreigner. Okay, he need to borrow my money. I lent her money, 100 baht. Okay, and then when the trains arrived in Hatya Junction, she gave, we call chicken biryani to me, right? And I said, no, thank you. I don't have chicken. I don't have chicken. And I have never heard that the foreigner, argue with me about why this is chicken, Muslim can eat. I say, yes, we can eat, but we have to slaughter first and after the name of God. And he said, oh, you are very religious. And I told her that I'm not religious. I am Islamic, right? And the foreigner on the, on the train, right, from Singapore, okay? Yeah, they were staring at me and they're very confused and talking English, right? And they talk about slaughter the animal. You have to slaughter the animal, and then you have to say after the name of God, right? But if you slaughter the animal by not uttering the name of God, this is the day we call a life day. You cannot eat. She was confused about my explanation because she have never heard that Muslims explain about the dietary or non-Muslim, right? And I told them that okay, and her turn to me. I know halal beef in America. Yes, this is Islamic knowledge in English. When I couldn't speak English, I couldn't explain to her or to all of the passenger on the train. I think it is very important when we talk about Islam, right? We have to learn about the languages, right? You understand in Thai language and you understand in Malay language. You can speak Malay, you can speak Thai, you can speak English, you can speak Arabic, and you can show them about Islam in English. This is integrated, Islamic knowledge in speaking, in talking. Okay, my dear participant, this is a very, very massive thank for this seminar, right? Because I think that this seminar is very, very outstanding seminar for teacher to be, right? For teacher, for you who would like to be a teacher in the future, right? And I would like to call upon you have to, learn the Islamic history, and you have to learn about the Quranic verse, about the biography of Prophet Muhammad, and then you have to level the student, as you have, seen nowadays. You can see the kindergarten level, and the main thing, okay, the important thing that administrator must understand, the administrator must, design, okay, and integrate Islamic knowledge in teaching English, science, mathematics, social science. I think social science we can talk in English because social science is a very diversified, okay, diversified knowledge. You can talk about politics, political Islam a little bit, right? Talk in English. This is a very, very, I think it's very emphasized, on teaching subjects in our school, especially Islamic school, not government school. I, as administrator of Islamic school, I can design, right? I can design, I can integrate, I can combine, I can blend, right? And now I try my best to use, hybrid class or hybrid learning. Now we are in the 21st century. We are in globalized society. We are in the computer era. We can use a smart TV, and the student who are absent today can learn at home. Okay, I teach in class. Students who are absent today can learn at home because we have got smartphone, right? Smartphone. I use hybrid curriculum because the student who can't come to school, who don't come to school, he and she can learn at home, right? Suppose you are in the classroom. I am at home and I have a smartphone, right? I can, I can study, I can study at the same time as you are studying, right? This is very important for the, new generation, especially Gen Z, right? Smartphone is very important as a
Teacher, I think you're mute. Just no, can you like turn the microphone on? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How many minutes that I was mute?
No, just a few seconds.
Yeah. Okay, now can you read me?
Yes.
Okay. Moderator, I have never used, a script. When I used script, I was confused when I talk. I didn't talk, frankly, right? Okay, because this is the first time of mine on Zoom, right? It was excited a little bit excited last time, and I am excited, little bit excited because maybe the obstacle of technology and the Wi-Fi is very slow. Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to. Okay, now we talk, Schoology. I like school and technology together. Will be applied in high school. For me, high school, where students are mature, students are mature enough to use interactive social media based learning content, right? And my obstacle that student who cannot afford, student who cannot, buy, smartphone, and student who have smartphone but they don't have Wi-Fi. This is obstacle, this hindrance. High school students have a strong foundation of traditional hands of learning skill at this point. We call on-site and online, which enable them to interact with the technology without failing to develop, hard study skill. Especially we know that our student is in kampung, right? This is the obstacle for students who are poor, who cannot buy smartphone, but we cannot, teach them properly because they don't know how to use, high technology, right? For kampung people, for kampung students, but for urban society, for urban people, okay, I think it's very easy for them, right? And teaching English, okay, to the students who are considered beginner is a huge challenge. As a teacher, I am a educator and also a teacher. Okay, we have to start everything from scratch, right? Islamic school and English, I try to discuss with my licensee every time to be, integrated or to be implemented. Okay, licensee is the generation, right? The old generation. I don't like to say generation Z or generation X, right? But it's the old, is turned 75 years old, right? I have to motivate them, okay? When they've been born, to know about English in Islam and English, right? And I try my best to establish the so-called hybrid class in the near future. And you as a student, okay, you are studying in what we call English, right? And you will be a teacher in the future. you have to design the curriculum by your own self and try to introduce to the licenses in our area. I think it's a very emphasize on teaching or presenting Islam in English, right? For me, Islamic value, right, is very important, right? One day I went attending international seminar, Islamic school, right? The foreigner raised their hand and asked the moderator, right? Okay, if there is a smoker Islamic school, we cannot introduce Islam to them. So my school, we have got the motto, and we have got the motto and the identity that all teachers must not smoke. Okay, you cannot be a smoker. You must not be a smoker, because the student, the student can follow us, right? The behavior, okay, a good behavior, a bad behavior. Student, we are a model. We are a model. Student look at us, right? Student can follow everything, right? But Islamic school, we can introduce, we can integrate it. We can integrate Islamic knowledge in any subject based on the teacher, administrator, right, of school. But I don't know in Bangkok or in another provinces, okay, how many schools that teach students by integrating Islamic knowledge in teaching English skill. I don't know how many, but I just know that in Singapore, in Malaysia, all of them integrated Islamic knowledge and teach them in English. Okay, Singapore is a country, right, in Southeast Asia, but they regard English as official language and Malaysia as the second language. But when I went to Singapore, right, I was recently out there. I was excited, I was shaken because I talk in English in the country that use English, right? I'm a Thai, right? And I went there talking English. When I questioned them, do you have any question to ask? Fortunately, there were, okay, there was no, listener or participant, ask me, right? This is a little bit, share you concerning English and Islam. Okay, you as the student of Patna University, I, admire and I proud of you. Okay, I proud of being a student of Patna University because I used to study there in teaching Islamic study, right? And I would like you to ponder over whenever you want to introduce Islam, you have to read properly, right? Because there are many more school of thought. Okay, there are many more school of thought, but we don't like to be argue with each other, right? We would like to, motivate the student to know about Islam, motivate the student to use, English and to understand about Islam together with students, teachers, and administrators. Okay, we have to be mature understanding. I think it's very perfect, right, for Islamic school. Okay, I'd like you to learn a little bit more the knowledge of Islam, right? The knowledge of Islamic scholar. Definition of knowledge of Islamic scholar. Imam Ghazali said, information that leads to successful attainment of the true goal of life. Al-Atas, arrival of the right meaning, that a description of the height into soul, spanning, understanding over something corresponding with its true nature. This is the definition of Islamic knowledge. And then if you want to integrate, I call upon students right now in Patna University. You have to design the curriculum of Islamic private school, right? For generations to come, basically, right? You know Islam, and I say that Fatani University students who are studying in
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. But and now
Tasneem, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
I couldn't hear you. Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I couldn't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Tasneem, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. If you hear me, okay, inshallah. I continue my talk. Okay.
Actually,
How to
I
develop our teaching skill to students. We can develop in any aspect, right? We have to prepare. As a teacher, we have to prepare, you know, what we call lesson plan. I'll let me show you the lesson plan a little bit, lesson plan. Okay. Let's show you my lesson plan. For example, I like to teach them about okay, Islamic pillars, right? And I show them about relation with other, you know, learning areas, and I show them an objective and teaching process, warm up, presentation, and I just you know, write a lesson plan 1 page only, right? 1 page, right? Only 1 page. In order to
yeah.
remind myself how to teach a student, you know, step by step or procedure, right? We call procedure of teaching.
Can you hear me?
Plan or lesson plan. I think it's lesson plan is very important. For this is a lesson plan for grade 10. Okay, unit 5, Islamic pillars. This you know, curriculum that I have designed. Okay, in Muslim Thanasak school, right? In you know, the class, and I have another curriculum that we can integrate. For example, we call vocational subject, right? Our school,
Teacher,
there are
can
three,
you hear me?
What we call 3 division.
Actually,
okay?
the time
We
is
have
up.
got science of 3 major, right? Science and mathematics, language art, and vocational subject. And how to integrate? We have to prepare. We have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare the lesson plan. 1 paper only, okay? We just prepare 1 paper to know about the goal, the objective, okay? And then we can use you know, materials, smart TV, smartphone, right? The students who are in classroom, students who are absent, they can study at home. And I have got, you know, a group of teaching as well. I designed by myself a group of teaching that is line, okay, or messenger. The student can interact. And the student can ask, and I can teach them, you know, by making video, right? Teach them about Islamic pillars, you know, making video about Islamic pillars. This is I think it's very important.
Excuse me.
For students to learn.
Can you hear my voice?
I'm going to show you a little bit.
Test
okay,
1, 2.
My video.
Teacher,
me. Share my video, right?
Teacher, actually the time is up.
Right here. Okay, there is no video here. Okay, sorry. Yes, this is the methodology or means, okay, for students to learn the language, to learn Islam, right? And they can learn Islam and the languages, okay? when teacher teach in Arabic, they teach in Arabic language. When teacher teach in English, they can teach in English. And when they teach science, okay, they can teach in English about experiment in English and about the topic of the subject. They talk about psychology, right, in English. They talk about health subject in English. I think it's very fun for students to learn, right? And I am very joyous, very fun, very much when I teach students by using English or talking English to them, right? This is what we call the new paradigm for student and teacher who are interested in teaching Islamic knowledge, okay, in English, because we are Muslim. Islam is our way of life. Islam is a code of human beings, right? This is great for students to know Islam and English together, Islam and Thai, Islam and Malay, Islam and Arabic, right? And Islam in English, Islamic English. Islamic English, we call Islamic English, we call the commandment of God, okay? We spread Islamic knowledge in English, okay? This is great. One day, David, who is elder brother of Cat Stephen, of only Cat Stephen or Yusuf Islam, okay, went to Jerusalem and bought the Quran, bought the Quran and went back to London and give the Quran to the Cat Stephen. Past he was Cat Stephen, and Cat Stephen read the Quran. And one verse that Cat Stephen was confused that, Ya ayyuhan nas, right? Fortunately, it was translated in English, right? When he say Ya ayyuhan nas in English, he read the translation, all mankind, right? This is Islamic English, right? All mankind. And another verse, when Cat Stephen read, right? When he read another verse, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, all believers. And then all believers, Cat Stephen in the past, now he is Yusuf Islam, asked himself that, who called me? Who called me, Ya Yohannas? Who called me? Who is the believers? He went to ask a Muslim, okay, who wrote this book. Muslims replied that, okay, this is the book of God sent to the Prophet Muhammad, and he bought the life of Prophet Muhammad and he read, and later on he was converted or embraced Islam. This is Islamic English, my dear participant. This is a must for Muslim to do. You can translate, you can introduce Islam in English, right? As I told you that Islam is all around. Okay, English is all around. English is all around. Islam is all around. You can talk to them in English. You can introduce them in English, even though Mu'allaf, okay, who's a foreigner, embrace Islam, he and she has got a question. You can answer to them in English, right? For example, he came to us. Okay, one day, Mu'allaf came to me and asked me about who created God, right? If I couldn't speak English, I couldn't explain to them, right? And I explained to them that Allah is the one. Okay, there is no God but Him. He's not material. He's not object and everything. And we can talk to them, right? And we can talk about the predestiny. We can talk about the creation. We can talk about the Creator. Allah is Creator, right? He is one God, and we can explain. We can show them, the Quran, and hadith, right, in English, right, my dear participants. This is great for Muslims who are interested in English for communication. You must be interested in Islamic knowledge as well. My friend who are English teacher, was confused that I talk in English about Islam, and he asked me, okay, what the vocabulary that you was presenting and that you was talking. I told him that, okay, this is the Quranic verse translated in English. This is hadith. Hadith is conversation. The Quran is text. When you want to know about academic, you have to read the Quran. If you would like to know about the conversation between Sahabat or between the companion of Prophet Muhammad, talk to him, okay, you have to read hadith, right? Because hadith is conversation, right? And we can teach the student about hadith, a conversation in hadith, and integrate, for example, integrate the Western culture, right? We have to know the Western culture is very important for students. The student can learn about the snow, blizzard. We would like our student to know everything, not only Islam, because Islam is a religion, right? And a way of life. And the students who are learning mathematics, science, heavenly body, social, and learning about blizzard, snow, Christmas, and everything, that is we call the knowledge of Islam. And we can separate, okay, which one, okay, we would like to develop, which one we would like to delete, okay. This is our decision, right? Our decision. I think students who are very eager to learn, when they would like to introduce Islam, they can talk in English. And as a teacher, okay,
hi everyone,
as a teacher,
can you hear my voice?
I try my best to talk politely.
I mean the participants.
Okay? For example, we try to talk politely,
Can
and
you
then we
hear
show
my
them
voice?
about,
Yes,
I
we
want to
can
go,
hear you.
okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, okay?
Yes,
And then I would like to go, I'd like to go. That the student can know, okay, the polite form in general, okay? I'm gonna talk a little bit. I would like to talk that, okay, this is a student of Muslim Pasar School. I try my best to convince them to know about English and Islam together, okay? Can you hear me? Hello?
Teacher.
Hello, I can hear you.
Teacher, I can hear you, but
Yes,
now the time is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot hear you.
You cannot
Okay, the
hear
time-
me. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe you are mute.
Yes, that's name is obstacle a little bit. Okay, I have to.
Teacher, now can you hear me?
Yes.
All
That's
right,
me?
you can hear me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now the time is over. Okay.
Time is over.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's a bit late. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for a great, opportunity for me today. Even though there is obstacle a little bit, and I was excited, and I have never excited before.
Don't worry about it.
Because
Yeah.
technology, right?
Yeah.
Technology. Okay, thank you for the first round. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim, that sharing such a beneficial information for us about to integrate Islamic knowledge. What I can understand is actually there are three ways of integrating Islamic knowledge. The first one, like you are teaching Islam, but you are speaking in English. For like CBL or content-based learning, you teach about Islam and then you just use English language. The second way is you are teaching English, but you integrate with some hadith, some Quran or Islamic knowledge to provide in your content. And the last one is teacher also have to be like the Islamic content. Maybe you don't have to teach about Islam, but your behavior have to be a good role model to them, right? That's I can catch from you. That is very amazing information and very standout that everyone can use it. Thank you very much to Mr. Ibrahim. So now I'm going to move to the next person, which is Mrs. A.Wilaiwan, our lecturer and translator. For me, teacher A.Wilaiwan is a professional on IT too, because she teaches about IT to apply in English classes. So may I invite Mrs. A.Wilaiwan or Ajahn A.Wilaiwan, please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Ajahn A.Nakhon Ibrahim, Ajahn Maria Banning, the head of the Teaching English Department, the moderator, and the admin of the page. เด็กไทยไกลบ้าน right? Okay, Alhamdulillah to see you all today, and thank you very much to honor me, to give me a good chance to join this session, this seminar. Okay, so Tasneem,
yes.
As moderator, you said that I am professional in IT integration into teaching English.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I am a beginner as my students.
Yeah, we have learned a lot about IT tool with teacher A.Wilaiwan, and she gave like a lot of like view of using IT tool. Maybe like you have a phone, but you don't know how to use it. You have a very beneficial things, but you don't know, teacher don't know how to use it. And teacher A.Wilaiwan share us a lot of information in the class, but now I'm going to ask the question so you can share this information to everyone. The question is, as a teacher, how would you apply IT innovation teaching and learning English in English 21st century? Yes, please welcome.
Thank you. So I would like to present you my point of view from my research, from my own application, my own use of IT integration into English class. Sorry for some background. I'm at home now, and my kid is by me.
Yeah, maybe she wants to come on the screen.
Yeah, and she knows that she can appear in the screen. Okay. So now I'm sharing you my presentation. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see your.
Yeah, can you see my slide presentation?
Yeah.
According to Tasneem's questions, you asked me that as an English teacher, how to apply IT tool integration into the English classroom in the 21st century, right? So my talk today is on the IT tool integration into the 21st century English language classroom. And at present, many language teachers around the world may feel that the classroom look different and feel different from those we can remember in our own childhood. Why? Because now we are in the digital era, and that we are surrounded with the discussion, the talk about the 21st century skills. So 21st century skills and new literacies have been talked about widely. Many of teachers realize that as teachers, we need to prepare our students with the new set of skills for their successful participation, successful engagement in the globalized society of the future. So actually, there are 21st century skills falling into 3 categories, covering learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Okay. In the learning skills, they include the 4 C's skills: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Another skills include literacy, covering information skill, media skill, and technology skill. And the last one is life skills. In the life skills, there are 4 sub-skills, including flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and social skills. But my talk today to respond to the moderator's question about how to integrate IT tools into teaching English. I focus only the learning skills, and the learning skills here refer to the 4 C's of the 21st century skills. Why they are called 4 C's? Because each skills begin with the C. C, communication; C, critical thinking; C, creativity; and C, collaboration. Okay, and now before I go in detail how to integrate these skills into the learning English, let's see what are they, what are the definition of these skills. Okay. So the first is communication. Communication is about sharing thoughts, sharing questions, ideas, and solutions. In the technological era, it's much easier but harder to communicate. Technology has provided us with more convenient ways to communicate. However, sometimes the various ways can become overwhelming. In addition, the communication can become more about the technology being used than the message you are trying to send. If we, as a teacher, don't have effective communication, there's no way to get anything done inside the classroom or anywhere, which is why communication skill is essential for the 21st century. The second one is collaboration. Collaboration skill refers to working together to reach a common goal and putting talent, expertise, and smarts to work. This skill is like the communication skill. Also, technology has made collaboration easier. Actually, technology takes collaboration a step further, making types of collaboration possible that weren't before technology. So just like with communication, the same breakdowns can happen. If we have many optional technology or IT tools, and surely we get overwhelming, and the actual collaboration can get lost if we pay too much attention to the tools. It can be said that as we are surrounded with varieties of tools, and then we can see that there are many collaborative IT tools around us. This one is interesting, this one is also awesome, or this one is useful, this is a new application. So you can get lost in the overwhelming IT tools. And then your goal, your purpose to create communication among students cannot be reached. So as the world goes more interconnected, collaboration will become more and more essential skill than it already is. So this is why the collaboration skills is also important for the 21st century learning. The next is critical thinking. Critical thinking is referred to looking at problems in a new way and linking learning across subjects and disciplines. What does it mean? Surely your students are in the English classroom and you are teaching English, but if you are using the content-based learning, you can get the content in different disciplines. You can get the scientific content, Islamic contents, or even technological contents, so that the student can create their own critical thinking. And for this one, critical thinking is similar to the previous two skills, communications and collaboration. Critical thinking has been an essential skill in every century and profession, not only for teachers, not only for students, but for every job, every work needs critical thinking. However, technology has changed the critical thinking platform. The more technology makes menial tasks such as memorization, the more room that gives us to spend time on more complex thinking skill. But it's too easy to let technology do the thinking for us, or thinking that it does. So to let or to help our students to be successful in the 21st century, we as the teacher have to remember that no matter how high technological the machine is, it's useless without a person telling it what to do and thinking critically about the result. So technological machines or technology IT tools are only the tools. They can be applied, they can be used effectively by the person or human beings' directions. Okay, so critical thinking is still needed for applying IT tools effectively. And the last C is C, creativity. Creativity is from the word creative or create. Creativity is trying new approaches to get things done. Innovation and invention. The 21st century is a fun time to be creative, thanks to technology. Not only are the traditional ways to creativity still available, but there are tons of new possibilities made available. Instead of just painting a picture, you can animate it or arrange a piece of music on a computer without ever learning how to play an instrument. That's creativity and helped by the technology. So all that said, it's still up to you to put things through the creative process. whether you are going to tell the world's next best-selling story, or you are just trying to find a way to organize your classroom more efficiently. It's up to you to use both your own thinking power and technology at hand to get the creative project done. So creativity is mainly based on your own brain, your own mind, your own thinking, and the technology at your hand can help you more effectively. So when the students are given freedom, they are able to embrace questions of curiosity, motivate themselves, and learn without guidance. To get to the 21st century skills and inspire motivation, the teacher, as we are the teacher, do you think, do we have to throw away our syllabus and our books and trust only in our learners to motivate themselves? No. As language teacher, it's a matter of blending the 4C skills thoughtfully into a student-centered classroom, where learners can engage in high-interest content that is relevant, useful, and promotes their own innovation. So to achieve this, technology integration into the classroom is beneficial. So with this idea, with this technology, we expect that our learners can perform independently and with groups in a highly technologically advanced atmosphere. They are ready for daily global interaction. They are capable of adaptive and flexible and creative thinking. And they can understand how to plan for, how to build, and how to include collaboration with peers who are colleagues and experts in the field. So in our English classroom, these characteristics are required for our learners. And technology can be attributed to these requirements. So let's see how to integrate technology into English education. So with so much focus on educators implementing technology in their classroom, at some point, we are prompted to ask a critical question. What is technology integration? Integration or integrates means include. So how to include technology into our English classroom? So though we are living in the age of technology, many teachers still remain uncomfortable with the idea of integrating it into classrooms. This is due to several factors, mainly including lack of preparation and tools, their own negative perceptions about technology in general, and a lack of buy-in regarding the effectiveness of classroom technologies. In addition, even those teachers who are 100% committed to integration often aren't comfortable with doing it effectively. So technology integration looks quite a problem for teachers nowadays. So in order to fight these issues with technology in education, we must clarify what technology integration is and is not. So in this part, I'm talking with you about the three main subtopics. What is technology integration? benefits of technology integration in English education, and useful technology tools for the ESL classroom or EFL classroom. As mentioned previously, technology integration is quite confused for some teachers, and some of them are struggling applying it into their own classroom. So we need to clarify, we need to be clarified what is actually technology integration. Actually, there is a significant difference between implementing technologies on a surface level and actually intertwining it in a way that produce maximum results for teachers and students. What this means is that you just simply directing students to complete a separate internet activity or sending them to the technology station alone may not be the best use of educational technologies. Actually, we can see that many educators have the tools to incorporate technology into each stage of instruction, from planning, lesson delivery, and practice and review and assessment and feedback. So technology integration into English classroom doesn't mean only using it in the classroom, but it starts at home when you prepare the lesson for students. Okay, our sister. So when you are designing or planning your activity, your content, or your lesson for students, you are using technology. You are using some IT tools. And surely when you deliver your lessons to your student, some IT tools are also applied. And at the end, when you assess them, there are some IT tools. According to some research, technology integration is defined as how teachers use technology to perform familiar activities more effectively and how this usage can reshape these activities. Another definition of technology integration is that it is defined as the use of technology to improve the educational environment by supporting the classroom teaching through creating opportunities for learners to complete assignments on the computer rather than the more normal pencil and paper. So technology doesn't totally transform the way of teaching. Actually, technology is a very good tool to make your classroom management or your lesson delivery, your teaching and learning more effective. And the next point, I would like to talk about with you about the benefits of technology integration in English education. However, Tasneem. Hello, Tasneem.
Yes, teacher.
I'll give me a second. I would like to bring my out of the room.
Yes, you can. All right, everyone. Now you are with me. If you have any question on the A.Wilaiwan slide, so you can write in the box or write in the chat. Yes, or maybe you just note it down and then waiting for the end of the section so you can ask me the question, or you can mention the presenter that you would like to ask. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I'm coming. So now, as we see that technology actually is a very good, very useful tool to improve our teaching style, to improve our teaching management. So it can be said that there are 5 benefits of technology. The first is increases student engagement and motivation. In the past, when we were learning traditionally, sometimes we were less motivated and we were less engaged in classroom activities because we didn't think that it was interesting enough for us. So when the technology is integrated into the classroom, as a teacher, me myself feel that the engagement becomes higher and they have get better motivation. So this is the very obvious beneficial point of technology. We can see that technology can dramatically increase student engagement. Today's learners are functioning for age where technology drives almost every aspect of their lives. So in their daily lives, they're using technologies in the classroom. Technology is also important to them. Technology is exciting, fascinating, and ever evolving, and when used thoughtfully. When used thoughtfully, when you use it effectively, the students can feel that the classroom looks exciting and fascinating. So technology can transform even the normal lesson into one that is more powerful and thought-provoking. And for English learners, motivation is especially significant. If the teachers understand the major role that motivation plays in the success of language acquisition and are continuously seeking ways to increase student engagement and excitement. Okay, technology is one great way to motivate learners, while technology can motivate them more and more. Okay. The next benefits of IT integration is that technology can offer mobility. Let's think about this. Technology is to education as mobility is to technology. As consumers, it isn't enough to have access to unlimited information, entertainment, and communication if we are limited to where we can access this tool. So the idea of on-the-go access can be a great thing for English language learners, especially considering that for most English language learner students, the most authentic experiences with the language often happens outside of the classroom. Additionally, this focus on mobility has eliminated the rule of course materials being confined to a textbook and a classroom. So now, teacher can incorporate tools into their lesson that allow materials to be accessed on smartphones, laptops, and tablets. And alerts, notification, and online communication keep students thinking about the material long after class if over. So with technology, the student might feel that their course is portable with only a small device, they can learn everywhere. That's why technology offers mobility. The next benefits of technology integration is that technology can teach students valuable tools for the future. In this point, it's clear that in the digital age, now we are staying in the digital age, and in the future, we need to have higher level of technological skills. So if you think that in our today, some skills, some technological skills are basics, believe that in the next decades, such skill become higher and more advanced. So with that understanding, it's important to make sure that your students are well versed in technological tools, skills, and language. Technological tools or technological skills are the main components for their future life. So the best way to make sure that your student can keep up with the fast-paced advancements in technology is to give them continual experiences with the tools and programs available today. And you can make your own classroom to be high-tech or to be compatible with technology. Moreover, technology can be a time saver for teachers. Why to say so? When advantages of incorporating technology in the classroom are examined, the advantages for educators are often overlooked or undermined. However, technological tools for teachers is a hot market all by itself and for good reasons. Technology can be a huge time saver for teachers and can make some of the most difficult tasks quick and easy. So for example, you can see that in the past, when we have the student do the test and we have to check their result one by one. But now there are some applications helpful for teachers to assess their students' understanding or critical thinking or any result, any academic results at only once. There are some programs, there are some applications, some IT tools to help you. And you can save your time. You can use your saved time for other tasks. The last one is technology can promote learner independence. This is one of the greatest benefits of technology integration in education. Although technology can and does not replace an effective teacher, but it gives students access to some of the supports that a teacher would provide. So it can say that technology can be a teacher assistant. Technology can help the student learn individually by themselves on their own pace. For example, text-to-speech features or interactive textbooks enable students to read and enjoy books above their actual reading level by reading and defining unknown words. Okay. So with technology, students can learn anywhere and anytime. Okay. So now I'm coming to the part of useful technology tools for the ESL classroom. And my students already know this point. I would like to summarize it a little bit that. For we are talking about the IT tools in teaching English. So they can be categorized into 5 categories, covering e-creation tools, e-facilitative tools for reading and writing skills, e-facilitative tools for speaking and listening skills, e-facilitative tools for integrated skills, and e-assessment tools. My time is over. The same?
No, just only 5 minutes before time is over.
Okay. And these slides will show you some examples of IT tools for some skills. Look at this slide. These are IT tools helping you to create your lesson, to prepare your materials for your students. And this slide show you some IT tools to help you improve your listening speaking class so that your student can be more engaged in the class activity and have more motivation to learn speaking and listening English. And this is also the e-assessment tools. So you don't need to assess your student through only pens and papers as the traditional way anymore. You can assess them using Padlet, quizzes, or Kahoot, for examples. Okay, these are only some useful technologies to help your teaching easier, more comfortable. And before I leave this part, I have 2 examples of IT integration with 4C skills in the English classroom. The first example is when you are going to teach preposition lessons. Okay, at the first, you create the collaboration among your students by starting off by handing out magazine or picture books and have them collaborate together to choose a picture. Then, for the communication skills building, you ask your students to work together to create ways to give directions. There are 2 sets. One set of directions for a student who is blind and another set of directions for a student who is deaf. So this task is very challenging. The students need to look for some directions, some ways, or some tools to help the blind person and the deaf person to reach the target. So the next step is to create the critical thinking and creativity. You encourage your student to think outside the box and think about ways to give the directions using a computer, a mobile phone, a television, or a YouTube video. While there may be some language, the first language used in the classroom, the goal is for the final product to be in English. So it means that during their process of thinking outside the box, they can use their mother tongue. At the end, when they present their products, English is only one medium. And as a teacher, you just stand back and watch your learners go. The other lesson I would like to show you today is on the topic, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? Okay, I believe that many teacher students use this lesson to practice your teaching. Let's see my sample. In order to create collaboration among your students, you ask your students sit in groups and have them create a survey to assess classroom interest in 10 different foods, representing different types of meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and desserts. To create a survey, you can integrate IT tools such as Google Form or Padlet or Kahoot. You just guide them and then they use their own preference IT tool. The next step is for creating communication skill. When they finish, they have to use the information to create a pie or bar graph to communicate their results and determine which meals are the most favorite. Again, you can integrate IT tools in this step. Canva and Padlet are recommended. The next step is for creating critical thinking skills. You have your students to compare their answers with other groups. And let's see how many differences are there in the reporting. Is the information consistent with the same foods or does it change drastically? And ask your student to compare their results with other teams. Ask them to create a short writing or spoken piece to explain how their results differ from other students. In these steps, they are using their own critical thinking in deep. And the last one, when they get, according to their critical thinking, they get their result, their summarization. The last activity is for creating creativity skill in your own students. Ask them to use the information collected from the class and after analyzing data from other students. You have them work together to create an advertising campaign. Okay, this is a project, right? It's a final product. Ask them to create an advertising campaign that will make the foods that students like less into food students may like more. Wow, it's very challenging task for them. They should consider what makes certain foods more popular in the class, and this may require further follow-up interviewing to find out why students like one thing and not another. This information can then be used in the campaign. You can guide them to use Canva and Padlet for creating an advertising campaign. In one class, there is only one product, one advertising campaign. So it means all groups need to work together. Okay, so you can see that you are teaching them English language. At the end, they can produce something valuable, beneficial, and applicable in their daily life through IT integration with enhancements of 21st century learning skills. That's my first part today, Tasneem. I hope that I can respond to your answer, to your question.
All right. Thank you very much to A.Wilaiwan that sharing useful information to us. Actually, some of information that we have learned, and this is very beneficial. That you think that okay, technology is like you just use in your daily life, but you don't know how to apply in your classroom. Even you're just only one mobile phone, because one mobile phone can like motivate student, engage student. It is as teacher said that is offer mobility like easy to use and make some material or some tasks very easily, and also save the time for teacher. and this is very useful. And also, if you can use the technology with 4 CS for 21st century that teacher A.Wilaiwan has shared, that is also a lot of benefit. You can use like communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and also creativity in one class by using the technology, because technology not just only using in the activity part only. You can use in any part, even the beginning, the assessment, e-creation, or at every section, even planning that teacher has told that teaching technology can integrate in many parts of teaching English and also in the classroom. Yes, and thank you very much for teacher A.Wilaiwan that sharing this useful information to us. And if you guys have any question to ask with teacher A.Wilaiwan, okay, just keep it or write in the chat, so I will read it later. Okay, so now it's time to conclusion part. So thank you very much to A.Wilaiwan again. And now we are going to go to the next session.